Just keeping it loose. Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Jade. How are you on this wonderful morning?
Oh, I'm we're gonna have some sad children. Like we promised them snorkeling in the bay today, and this northerly is pumping and gaining momentum.
Well, they'll still be able to go snorkeling. It's just that it won't be all that much fun for them.
Yeah, well, this is true, and there's no wind below the water.
That's right. That's right. So as long as the waves aren't more than, the snorkel height, they'll be fine.
That's a good theory. Yeah, I could
Yep.
just give them a little hurry up. Yeah,
That's it.
okay, good.
Because
Snorkeling it
kids
is.
don't care. Kids don't care. They're happy to just go for it, it's really funny, that, isn't it? They just,
Yeah.
well, it can be freezing cold, and I know Kiralee does it all the time. She won't wear a wetsuit. It'll be freezing cold. I'll actually be shivering, and she's going, "No, we're not getting out of the water yet."
Oh, goodness. Speaking of children, we were just discussing like a metaphorical lesson for life. We reckon we learned playing 10-pin bowling last night.
Nice. Was that where you won?
That's where I won. Yes, that's right. Steve sitting off camera going, I always win except for once. I can't use my arm. But how many months has my right arm been buggered? Yeah, it was the Paralympics of bowling.
Nice.
But look, at least we're memorable. We walked in and we haven't been there for 13, 14 months. And Frankie and I walked up to it was our first date with the kids. And Frankie and I walked up to the counter and she goes, "I know you two." I looked down and said, "Frankie, I think I'm wearing the same clothes." Frankie goes, "I'm definitely wearing the same clothes." And then Steve went, "I'm wearing the same shirt."
Oh gosh!
If you want to be memorable, just make it easy for people. Yeah. So what we learned from Frankie last night is, so Steve thought that we should talk about you just got to take the bumpers off. So Frankie was bowling average, and I did point out that she's left-handed and maybe she might want to try with her left hand rather than her right hand. But yeah, she was bowling a little average to start off with because of the bumpers. Well, not because of the bumpers, with the bumpers. And then the guys on the lane next to us, they were absolutely so shit. They just left. They just gave up. Like, I kept saying to the kids, "Hey, at least you're not this poor young guy who was, I think on frame 7 was 16 points, and he was really trying."
Wow.
He was actually trying. So I'm like, at
maybe
least,
that was the problem.
Yeah, maybe. And yeah, so there's a few elements to it. So then Frankie just walks up, and she's actually playing a little bit better than Phoenix, and he's hating it because he's like, she doesn't even care. She's just not even trying, and I'm trying all the techniques. I'm looking at the arrows, and nothing's working. So he's got the sulks, and then she goes over to the other one, and she grabs the ball, she rolls it straight down the middle, and gets pretty much gets 9 pins down, and then
nice.
And then this ball, the next one, she got a spare, it was one off to the side. And I mean, you could have made a cup of tea in the time it took the ball to get there. She just got there and just rolled it. And Phoenix is like, "Oh, this is no, this is not fair. This is not, why can she do this? Why?" And then she was like, she went up, she's like, "Another one," and she just smashes them all down. Phoenix is dying. And so Steve was like, maybe you need to take the bumpers off. Maybe she's not trying because the bumpers are there.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah. You can come on camera if you want to. You don't have to be Dickie Knee over there.
He's way too tall to be Dickie Knee.
I look like Dickie Knee. No, you're right. Okay. So what were you saying about the bumpers?
No, it was just when she had the bumpers up, she was just willy-nilly throwing the ball down and just getting a bit frustrated because then you should either hit a pin or she wouldn't hit a pin, she'd get a gutter ball. even with the bumpers up. And then when the lane came free next door, which she didn't actually have to compete against anyone on, and she felt free and secure, and the bumpers weren't up, she was just walking up and throwing it down, and she was concentrating a bit more because she didn't feel the pressure.
Yeah, so this is where I was going, because you said originally was the bumpers up, and I said the thing that I think here, yes, it's the bumpers. Originally, I thought it was the bumpers. Like, she wasn't trying because she had a safety net, and so the care factor was there, and she didn't feel like she was in the game anyway because the bumpers were there, and I thought that was a metaphor for life. Like, where have you got the bumpers up? And because you've got the bumpers up, you're not maybe hitting your full stride or full potential. But I actually think it's because the pressure got taken off of her, and she could just have fun.
Just have fun.
I mean, a lot better. She got like a strike, a spare.
Yeah.
And this is a girl who was really not bowling.
Well, look.
And she went on, and then she went on.
I'm not going to lie. If you're left-handed, if you're left-handed and you're bowling with your right arm, you're making it look a little awkward.
Yeah, Frankie went on to actually win.
She won the first game.
Won the first game convincingly. So.
By 1 point. Well, she looked. I walked up with. She was winning by 1 point, and I woke up and I got a spare, and she just looks at me. She goes, "Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me." Okay. So the first part for me was, where, like, is it because we've got the bumpers up, we're playing safe, and we're not hitting our full stride, we're not having to try as much, but then the next thought for me was actually maybe it was because she started having fun, and that the pressure was off, so she didn't have to concentrate. But here's the kicker, right? She found a little thing for herself, and this is I don't know if this is a little scary for an 11-year-old. She goes, "What you need to do," she's like, "you just got to gather up all of your anger, all of it, and you just gather it up and you put it," because she was getting frustrated at the ball, right? She's like, "and you just got to put it in the ball. But if you release the ball too slow, the anger stays with you. So you've gotta like throw it real fast, and then the anger goes, and then it knocks all the pins down."
Nice.
And I'm like, okay. And then she was getting ready for her turn. She comes and sat next to me, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is great."
Nice.
And that strike she got on the other lane. She's like, I saw her doing that, right? She's doing this, and she walks up, she fucking throws it, and then they all go down. She came over and she goes, "You know what I did? I thought about, so cute. I thought about when my crush didn't like me back, and then the boys teased me, and I just got it and I threw it."
Nice.
No, and you didn't. Steve did.
When did I hear about this? I didn't get to hear about it.
You also didn't realise that your daughter was left-handed. Oh, you were like, I should have picked that up. Yeah.
And so it's quite timely that we're on the Sunday of week 5, about to roll into our final week of 6 weeks solid, and that we're now talking about taking the bumpers off and setting people free to be yourselves.
Free to be yourself, and most importantly, though, have fun with it. So we've been talking about rolling into another 6 weeks where we're doing the upgraded systems for living. Like, where can you start having fun with this? Because I think some people will still be looking at it as the grind. I've just got to get to the end.
Yeah.
And starting to go, how do we integrate this? Like, oh my gosh, we had the cutest night last night. After bowling, we all came home and had a cup of tea. We're like, we're officially fucking old people. Steve was excited for his cup of tea. The kids were excited for their tea. We had a cup of tea and we all read on the lounge. Everyone like rearranged pieces to get comfy to read, and then and they know that I do my yoga after reading. And Steve was asleep on the couch, and the kids came and did yoga with me. Frankie's like, "Why does anyone do this? Like, it's uncomfortable. Like, it's so uncomfortable." They toughed out half an hour, but do you know what I mean? Like, before the 6 weeks, Saturday night, would you have said that's a fun Saturday night?
Cup of tea and yoga. Reading a book. Reading a book, perhaps, but yeah, probably wouldn't have said so.
Yeah. Do you know, like, not probably what we would have defined as a fun night. Definitely not what the kids would have liked to go to Time Zone or something.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the fun and fun times. Like you said about going and like we want to have a beer on a Friday after work, both of us. I want to do an activity before we have a beer, like whether it's pick a pub that we're going to ride to for, it might be a couple of kilometres away, and ride there, and then, yeah.
We can ride down to the Ivy.
Yeah, or skate somewhere. That's
Yep.
what I'm looking for, all the fun things that we can incorporate, which we do normally anyway, but to reward yourself for certain things that before we wouldn't really have rewarded ourselves if we just would have gone and done.
Yeah.
Like gone to the bottle shop over the road because there is one 100 feet away from
us.
As Jade found out, who will also bring the beer up for her.
Yeah. They're very good. So yeah, I think if we can look where are we playing it safe, where have we got the bumpers up, and maybe not using the challenge skills balance to achieve the impossible, and where can we redefine, or where can we have a bit more fun, or it's almost like where can you give less fucks, but do you know what I mean, like instead of like stop thinking. Phineas couldn't understand why his teacup last night said, "Make a 3-second fart noise on your turn." He's like, "Why does your cup say make a 3-second fart noise on your turn?" It's on that my Ombi cup,
which you still struggle with.
I can't make sound and do thing because I can't, and then I would have to breathe, which is exactly what Clayton's trying to make me do. But apparently, breathing and doing brings me undone.
I thought women were the masters at doing more than one thing at once.
Yeah, I'm doing the surfing. I'm doing the other things. I'm doing the thinking. I just can't. I have to hold my breath. Yeah, it's something I'm trying to master.
With the 6-week challenge, we really set fairly firm boundaries around, water intake and exercise, and spending the time without the screen and everything else. So in a week's time, the bumpers come off, so to speak, and we're releasing you to the world. And now it's time to think about how can you actually hit the strike? How can you have your best performance now that the bumpers are coming off? And you need to think about, okay, with the bumpers not on, what's my safety net? What am I going to do to make sure that I'm in line?
I love it. So, we didn't give the challenge for this week either, Kyle. So the bonus points for learn. Oh no, we're up to lead. Wait, I've got myself all messed up on where we're at with bonus points. How do I do that?
I think we're on learn this week.
We are on learn. Yep. I'm zombied. And we made a decision yesterday on what learn was going to be, Kyle.
We did, yes. Yes.
It was.
No.
No.
It's gone from me now.
No. It was to start a book or one of those courses that you have already purchased that had sat around and not taken action. I've got a few. Like when I picked up Rockefeller Habits that I've had for 4 or 5 years. We've got a course that we haven't started. I've got a few courses that haven't started. So a few quests that I joined up to that didn't get going. So the learn thing is to pick something that you want to do that maybe you haven't justified because it's for fun or it's just for interest, just out of curiosity rather than serving. Because sometimes we go, oh yeah, I need to do this bit because it's actually going to help me with work, or it's specifically for that rather than just for the joy of learning. Because that's also one of the things that Stephen talks about with being able to hit our stride and like do the impossible is learning things that are slightly outside of our comfort zone and really giving weight to our curiosity is one of the things that will open up our brain and our neuro pathways to help us fire better, and then ultimately be able to put dots together faster because we've diversified our knowledge base and the style of thinking.
Yeah, and it's just so important to just let the brain wander, so to speak.
Give it some space. Beautiful.
So for today, the challenge is go and do the thing that you've been procrastinating on because you just haven't justified it, and find out what the bumpers are and how you're going to survive without them.
Love it.
Awesome,
guys. We'll see
have
you.
Have an epic day.
We don't have. Oh wait, Steve, jump out of the way. Yeah. Got to get right off camera for ours to pick up.
Yeah, it's popping up just behind the tree today, so
we've got a cloud that's gonna make it spectacular in a moment.
Nice.
So good. Let it have that. How cool is it being able to watch 2 sunrises?
Absolutely amazing.
Wait for it. Okay, guys, have a great day.
Have an amazing day, everyone.